A very good morning to all of you. I hope all of you are fine at your homes and taking safety from coronavirus. So be safe and be precautious from coronavirus. So class, today we are going to start the revision of our English syllabus with the analytical paragraph. We have already done the revision of reported speech, in which we have done some exercises also. So, in your writing part, analytical paragraph is one of the important questions which is really need to be worked on. Okay, so here I am going to start analytical paragraph. Some tips and tricks are there, some important points are there which are to be kept in mind while writing an analytical paragraph. Analytical paragraph is a written text based on the analysis of a data. It is basically explains your thesis or arguments regarding a subject with evidence. So here you can see analytical paragraph is a written text which is based on the analysis of a data. A data can be in any form, in a pie chart, in a graph form, and it basically explains your thesis or arguments regarding the subject, regarding the main topic with particular evidences. You have to explain the data, you have to analyze the data with the evidences, right? Let's move on further. In other words, an analytical paragraph does not just describe the data but also points out some specific parts from it to justify your statement. You are going to justify your statement, your analysis by the evidences, right? You have to prove that whatever you are mentioning in your analytical paragraph, that is true and that is based on the facts, on the evidences given in the question. Now there are some strategies to be kept in mind. What are those? First of all, read the data carefully. Second thing, understand the topic. Thirdly, you have to carefully read the trends, figures and information given for analysis. Means first of all you are going to read the data, carefully read it. Point out the main things from that. Understand the whole topic, right? What is the exact concept has been given. That should be clear in your mind. Then carefully study the trends, figures and information given for analysis. Whatever be the information given to you, whether the pie chart, whether the graph is given, whether any other data is given to you, you have to read it very carefully, collect the information very carefully. Okay? Now, give a clear introduction and conclusion. Whenever you are going to write the introduction and the conclusion, it should be very particular, it should be very clear. Your words are to be particular according to your topic, right? Try to avoid repetition of the information. Don't repeat the things again and again. I have seen many students have done that. In the last exam, many students have done that. They are repeating the information and again, repeating the words, repeating the lines. Repetition is always gone for negative marking, right? So try to avoid repetition of the information. Now, main elements. What are the main elements there in the analytical paragraph? First is topic sentence. The introduction you are going to write, that is very important. How you are going to introduce it, what you have got from the question, right? Then evidence. What kind of evidences you are giving to prove your information, to rectify, to clarify and to verify the information you have given in the answer, right? Then explanation. And the second para, you have given the evidence, of the data, of the information you got, and then in the third paragraph you will explain it in detail regarding your analysis, what you have done from the question, from the data, and then you will explain it in the detail. Then at last conclusion will be there, and your conclusion should be very particular in your words. Okay, it should be particular what you understood and what you have proved, what you have analysis, and what you have given in the previous paragraphs. Now let's move on further. You have to be very particular about the tenses. Like frequently used tenses are there. What are those tenses which we are using frequently in the analytical paragraph? Right? First of all, present perfect tense. Present perfect tense, the tense which we use frequently in analytical paragraph. For example, we have the number of events has risen sharply. Right? We use has and have in that. So, you can use this tense to analyze your data, to write the sentences in correct manner. Next is simple past tense. Simple past tense, you already know we are going to write in the past form, right? In the simple past form. For example, fewer cases of robbery were reported. It has been done, right? The sales rose up to 30%. Rose is there, means past form is there, and we are describing it in the past, that it has been done already. Sales rose up to 30%. Right? Next tense we use will plus base verb. For example, we have here, at this rate the population will touch 3.5 billion mark by 2022, right? Means we are assuming that if this thing is going on in this way, it will touch up to that point, right? We are assuming it, we are predicting the data. Clear? Next we have phrases, expressions and vocabulary. What are the phrases, what are the expressions and vocabulary we generally use in analytical paragraph? First of all, to report an increase. Whenever you are going to see that there is an increase in something, in any kind of thing, you are going to use that kind of phrases like has risen, increased, gone up, has experienced, seen a rise, an increase, has shown, registered a rise, has reached a maximum of, right? Something is reaching to the maximum of the number, you can write like this, has reached a maximum of. So like that, these kind of phrases you can use to report an increase. Furthermore, to report a decrease. If something is going down, a fall is there in any kind of data, you can use has fallen, gone down, come down to, has dropped from this point to that point, right? Has experienced, shown a fall, registered a decline in, has hit, touched, reached its lowest minimum level point, right? It has fall down to that point. So these kind of things you can use to report a decrease. To report differences, if you want to show, if you want to mention any kind of difference in the data, in the numbers, so you can use these phrases like is better than, more than double, half as much, 3 times more, as much as, many times over, more, less, like that. Okay? Whenever you have to show the difference. Now, to report comparisons and contrasts. Whenever you have to show any kind of comparison or any kind of contrast, how you are going to do that? You can use these kind of phrases like as compared to, in sharp contrast to, is comparable, not comparable with, compares well with, or contrast with, right? So these are very helpful phrases which you can use to get good marks, to make your analytical paragraph very authentic. Now next is to report similarity. If any kind of similarity is there, you can use phrases like is the same as, similar to, is or are comparable with, can be grouped together or classified together, clubbed with, show similarity or similarities. There are striking similarities between, right? So to show the similarity between two points, two data here, you can use these kind of phrases. Okay? Now, to report constancy or no change means no changes there, things are stable, right? They are going on in equal manner. So, has been registered, experienced, shown no change, has remained constant, unchanged, the same. Like these phrases you can use to mention the constancy and no change, right? Means things are going on in the equal manner, stable manner. So I hope these things, these valuable points were very fruitful for you to write an expressive analytical paragraph, and you would be able to make it more expressive and more authentic. So that's it for today's video. Have a great day ahead. Thanks a lot for watching the video.